children, let us continue another lecture on trigonometric ratios of standard angles. Already we have done few questions. Lot of questions we have done. I think so. First, fourth part, 8th, 11th, 14th, and 18th. Now I am taking the next question, question number 20 from this exercise. Question number 20 says if sin x plus cos y equal to 1. That means what it is saying? It is saying sin x plus cos y is equal to 1 and x equal to 30 degree. Also it is given x equal to 30 degree. Now see, once we know the value of x, can we say that with the value of x, this part we will know. Now it will be a linear equation only in y. Also cos is known. So once we subtract the value of this, we can get cos y equal to something particular, then y will be cos inverse of that. Let's see what the question is saying. Yes, and y is an acute angle. So right here, this implies that sin 30 degree plus cos y is equal to 1. What is sin 30? Sin 0 is 0. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. This implies that you know how to transpose this, okay? Now, what will be y? Y is equal to cos inverse 1 by 2. If you don't know to write inverse, no problem. But this should be the ideal thing to do. So, at what value of cos we are having half value? Now see, cos 90 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So, what is the value of cos 0? So, what is the value for which we get cos value is half? So, cos is half at 60 degree. This is like that. Y equal to 60 degree. And see, they are saying one more thing about y. What is that? That y is an acute angle. That means it has to be in the range of more than 0 and less than 90. So it has to be an acute angle. Is this value of y we are getting? It should be 60 degree. Let's verify the answer. Yes, 60 degree only. Then now, let us take the next question. Simple question was, I am again saying that trigonometry is really scoring. Only thing is that you need to understand where to score. It is even easier than your other things. Then taking a question number 22. 22 says, if the length of each side of a rhombus is 8 cm and one of its angle is 60 degree, length of each side of a rhombus is 8 cm. 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter. Now see, for this question, you need to know the properties of the rhombus. And see, rhombus, in the rhombus all the sides are equal, and also in the rhombus the diagonals intersect each other at 90 degree. One more property must be knowing regarding rhombus, that the diagonals bisect the angles of rhombus. Okay. So what more it is saying other than 8 cm criteria? One of its angle is 60 degree. One angle is 60 degree. Now, are these, once you know about the properties of this parallelograms in the chapter of rectilinear figures, see, a rhombus, that means a rhombus is that parallelogram in which all the sides are equal. Remaining all the same. So now see parallelogram. So 60 degree. This is parallel, so this will be how much? 120. Again point D there, so this will be again 60. So this will be again 120. Got this? Now let us draw the diagonals. Let's name the rhombus A, B, C and D. Since these diagonals will be intersecting at 90 degree, and let's call this side as O. So this much angle will be how much? 30 degree. This angle will be how much? 30 degree. Simultaneously this will be 60. And this also will be 60 degree. Okay. A bigger diagram could have been possible, but I think so you understand the things, that how properties of rhombus will be affecting, and these things have to be known. Otherwise, if you are finding a little bit also of a doubt in the chapter of rectilinear figures, you can please skip this question. Okay. Now we are all the things we are knowing. Diagonals intersect at 90 degree. Is the point of intersection is O. So we are now naming the triangle also. What it is asking? It is asking the length of diagonals. Now see. We are knowing this length of diagonals. Let one triangle be right-handed triangle taking as ADO. Write that in right angled triangle ADO. What is ADO? ADO or AOD, whatever you do with it. Okay. Now, I am drawing this ADO or AOD. So I am taking out this and I am drawing here. O is the point of intersection. It is like this. A is here and D is here. Now in this ADO, what is this angle? 30 degree. This angle is 120, so 60 and 60. AD is known to us. What remains? We are knowing the hypotenuse of this triangle. Certainly we can calculate OD. OD is one part of the diagonal. And with OD we can also get the AO also. That is another part of the diagonal. And diagonals bisect each other also. That means whatever you get as for OD, double of that will be BD. And whatever you get for AO, double of that will be for AC. Yes or no? This thing has to be there. So please memorize the things. Now you see here which trigonometric ratio we can use. See, we will use that trigonometric ratio which involves hypotenuse as one of its components, because if for angles, the value of angles you are knowing, so with the value of angles you can calculate the ratio value, and with the ratio value and this value, so three things will be there. So you can use either sin theta or cos theta depending on you. Either one of you use, you can get the other one by using the Pythagoras theorem. Are you getting a point? Let me explain again. Hypotenuse is known. Sin 30 you do. Sin 30 is what? Half. So sin 30 is what? Perpendicular, that means OD or DO upon hypotenuse. So with that you will get OD, and then you do cos theta. That means cos 30 is what? Base upon hypotenuse. So cos 30 value you are knowing, hypotenuse you are knowing, you get AO. So with one triangle only you can get the things. But the bottom line is you must know the properties of rhombus, that the diagonals intersect at 90 degree. Diagonals bisect the angles. Each angle they bisect. And then what else? One property, that half diagonals bisect each other also. Okay, so I am moving forward here. So sin. We will not write theta. I am writing sin 30 degree. These all values I am calculating for this triangle only. So this should come here. So sin 30 degree. Now sin 30 degree. What is the perpendicular here? The side in front of 30 degree is what? OD or DO. So that side. Hypotenuse is AD. So what is value of this? So right here, this implies that sin 30 is 1 by 2. Sin 30 is half. And what is OD? OD is not known to us, but is AD known? Yes, 8 centimeter. Now see, this will go here, so 8 by 2 is 4. This implies that OD is equal to 4 centimeter. Okay. After this, right, also cos 30 degree equal to what? Now cos 30 will be what? Base upon hypotenuse. Either you can go this way or you can use the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse you are knowing, this side you are knowing, height you are knowing. You can get the base, this square minus this square, under root of that. Or you can use by cos theta also. Here I would say, if you are knowing the value of sin theta and you are not very much confident about value of cos theta, better go by the Pythagoras theorem. You know why? Because if you are having little bit also doubt that what is the value of cos theta or cos 30 degree, then you will be in trouble. So you can go by Pythagoras theorem. Since I am remembering the value of cos 30 degree, now see, cos 0 is 1. That means 4 by 4. Then cos 30 is what? Root 3 by 4. That means whole of root 3 by 4. So root 3 by 2 will be there, the value of cos 30 degree. Yes. So cos 30 degree is what? Base. That means AO upon AD. This implies that. Now cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Please see till where the radical sign is there and where the radical sign is not there. Okay. Sometimes you will learn, someone will tell you root 3 by 4. So 4 is a perfect square. So its square root will come as 2. But this is root 3 only. Okay. Now what is AO? AO is known to us? No. AD is 8. This implies that it will go that side, so it will be what? This implies that AD is equal to 4 root 2. Clear? Then what? Then now once we are knowing this, so we will write one more property about the diagonals of the rhombus. I will write that property and then only I will proceed further. And that property is okay. Diagonals bisect the angles of the rhombus and diagonals of the rhombus intersect at 90 degree. Okay. So diagonals also bisect each other also. So since every rhombus is a parallelogram, therefore it has all properties of parallelogram. That means diagonals will bisect each other. So right here, after writing all these things, I am writing here now. Since first you write this part, then come here, then I am writing this thing, or maybe I will rub everything, but I will write here. Since diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other, therefore BD is equal to 2 twice of OD, which is equal to 2. What is OD? 4. That means 8 centimeter. I am writing this question now because it will be clumsy. Also, AC will equal to 2 times of This will not be 8, this will be AO. You just correct this one. Just correct this one. Suppose that was not proper here. So cos 30 degrees. Cos 30 is what? Base is AO upon AD. That means root 3 by 2 is equal to AO upon AD. What is AD? Nothing, so I miswrote something. That was just now AD is what? 8. This is like that. AO is equal to 4 rupees a liter. Yes. AO. I think so. I wrote AD there, but it will not be correct. Okay. Just correct that. So this is it. So also after that writing here. Also AC equal to 2AO. This is equal to 2 into 4 into, that means put to the 8 rupees a liter. So this is the answer. The length of the diagonals. One diagonal is BD, that is 8 cm. Other diagonal is AC, that is 8 to 2 cm. Please correct this thing. I think so. I wrote that the value was correct, but I have to write AO. I wrote that AD. Please correct that. Okay. I think so. This is complete. Is correct. This complete is understood by you. It is a good question. It involves the concepts of trigonometric ratios also, and also your concept of parallelograms. So someone wants to check the concepts of parallelograms and all, everything you can check here from this question itself. Then moving on, and this question number 22 was asked by Vatsal Lakhmani. He had come last week on Monday itself. He had come, so I had told him this question also. 23rd also. Let me solve 23rd also for you. 23rd question says, in the right angle triangle ABC, angle C is 90, angle B is 60. Let's draw the triangle itself. B is 90, that means right angle at D. C is 90, I'm sorry. C is 90 degree. B is 60 degree. Obviously this is 30 then. What more? AC is 6 centimeter. That means height is given. AC is 6 centimeter. And see, for the question number 22, you need to draw the diagram. Without diagram, it is not possible to do it. It can be a good question for 4 mark. Go for it. Easy it is. And I told you how to proceed also further in this question. Now question number 23 for you now. AC is 6 centimeter. Find the length of sides BC and AB. Okay. Now see, this is 30 degree. You will know from this experience. 90, 60, 90, 150, so 30 degree. So it is up to you which angle you take. Go with sine 30. Sine 30 is your real friend because sine 30 is half. Sine 30 is half. You will most commonly find 30, 60 and 90. Sine 90 also, okay, you can go, but sine 90 is not possible to go with that. Sine 30 you go. Sine 30 is half. Sine 30 is half. Sine 30 is half. Okay. Then, so sine A is equal to what? Sine A is perpendicular. So for sine A is BC perpendicular. Upon hypotenuse is what? AB. This implies that sine 30 equal to now see in this thing, are we knowing BC and AC? No, we are not knowing. That means we have to incorporate some angle where we require this. But this thing also will be helpful to us. Let's see. This implies that half is equal to BC upon BC. This implies that AC equal to 2BC. Now we have got one relationship with this also. So once we get BC, we can get AC very quickly for this. Yes or no? I think so. Here it should not be AC, it should be AB. Yes. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse, it will be AB. Sorry, AB, not AC. AB. Here also AB. And here also AB. AB equal to 2BC. Sin theta is what? Perpendicular, that is BC upon hypotenuse AB. So we have got that AB equal to 2BC. So once we are getting the value of BC, we can get AB, or AB theorem, we can get BC from that. So with this sin 30 also we have got something. Don't think so, this is not used, is not of any use. Now another angle is 60 degree, cos 60, or we can write cos B. Cos B. Now what is cos theta? Base upon hypotenuse, that means BC upon. But see here, this cos theta we cannot take AC. Yes or no? That means we have to go with this here. We want to use this. So this is what? For, can we say for 60, this will be what? Perpendicular. So we will not go with cos, we will go with sine only. Okay. So right here, sine 60 degree. You are understanding why I am taking sine? Because this AC is known to me, and AC cannot be hypotenuse. AC can be base for this angle. So someone can take here also. Sin 30 is, but for this it can be base. So we can take cos 30 also from here. Up to us, up to you. But please decide that we have to use this AC. It is convenient to take this sin 60 and this will be perpendicular for this hypotenuse. So sin 60 is what? Sin 60 will be perpendicular, that is AC upon hypotenuse, that is AB. Now what is sin 60? Sin 90 is 1. That means 4 by 4. That means sin 60 will be root 3 by 2. I am drawing the demarcation line here. AC is known to us? Yes. 6. AB is AB only. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2 now. Yes. Transpose here, this one is like that. AB equal to AB equal to 2 into 6 by 3. That means 2 into 3 by root 3. Root 3 into root 3 will be 3. That means it's equal to what? AB is equal to 4 root 3. Root 3 square is 3. So that you can understand here. Okay. Now once you are going AB, can you get BC also? Yes. So BC is what? 80 by 2. That means 4 root 3 by 2 centimeter. That means 2 root 3 centimeter. Let's check the answer if you got the same answer. BC is 2 root 3 and AB is 4 root 3. So that is the answer for this question. I hope this makes things clear to you and you must understand all these things well. Okay. And in the next class we'll start exercise 18.2.